I'm a Sagittarius, and if it wasn't for him, he's my strength. He pushes me when the days I feel down. He's like, no, get up, you got this. He's constantly like, babe, you know you got this coming up. You need to get yourself prepared. Besides all the mental issues going on, I got a few physical ones, and he's like, you got this. I'm here for you. We can do it
Mhm.
together. Our 7th year engagement anniversary is actually coming up, the 4th of July. So it shows you we've been together a long time.
Mhm.
And he's also bipolar. So
Okay.
his, his crazy with my crazy, I said we're perfect for each other
Mhm.
because we literally we balance each other.
Mhm. Now,
And
like you said, you balance each other. Now, does he work?
he works 7 days. I'm blessed. He works 7 days a week.
Okay.
He works 8 to 9 hours every day. Um, I couldn't
Okay.
ask for someone better in my life.
Okay. Now, the reason I ask that is because with your busy schedule and his busy schedule, and the two of you going through what you're going through and trying to have a relationship, because we know same sex couples have a lot of difficulty committing to real relationships when they have underlying conditions of other things. Like, a lot of us come from our families maybe rejecting us, or we're not connected to either, systems that are solid, that what the world would consider solid, like family, church, jobs. But now, it's good to see that gay men can connect with each other, but yet still you guys are supportive of each other, and you understand that you both are going through very similar circumstances, and you're in a relationship that sometimes people don't think is serious, because this is why they didn't want to give gay marriage the go ahead in the first place, because most of the time they just think that we're promiscuous and we like to just sleep around, and you understand.
Oh no, I completely understand and I agree with you. But to me, when I see that, we've had that conversation and we both said the same thing. How we got together is like most gay men, how they get together. We met on an app.
Hmm.
But the funny thing about it was, I was in another state when I met him, and we had been talking for almost a year on the app. And when I moved down to Florida, we had lost touch for almost a year. He just disappeared off the app, no contact, no nothing. And I happened to move in the same town as him, which that had to been the higher power up above because it was meant. It was meant to be because I went online and his profile popped up. After not seeing him for an entire year, it just popped up. And I was like, hey, what happened to you? He said, my mom got sick and I had to leave college and take care of her. I said, baby, that's all you got to say.
Hmm.
Like, it's your mama, that's all you got to say.
Yes, that's generally.
So I said, hey, well, I moved to Florida and it looks like we're really close to each other. It says I'm 13 miles from you. He told me, stop lying. And I said, no, I'm not lying to you. Look at your GPS. We were
Hmm.
literally 13 miles from each other. I said, how about I cook dinner and you come over? And he came over and we literally courted each other. And I mean, court, old school courting. No kissing, no making out, no rubbing up on each other. These kids
Hmm.
today could learn some stuff.
Hmm.
And before we even thought of having sex, we had dated for almost a year. before we became intimate with each other. And it built a friendship up, and it built a strength within both of us. And that's why we've been together almost 8 years.
Mhm.
Because
Now, that's an amazing thing. The fact that you waited, and that's what I was after. The fact that you waited. Something gay men can't even usually wait 5 minutes before they're trying to kiss you or get in your underwear. Now, for the place you live in, Ocala, what kind of programs are there that are for people that might have a mental illness or bipolar? Where, like, what are there programs in your town?
okay, so we do have mental health facilities in Ocala. Do I recommend them for mental health? Hell no. They're not, to me, they're not on the level of anywhere else in the nation. Their doctors need better training to deal with people, and also the law enforcement here needs better training in how to deal with people with mental illness in the entire state of Florida. Um, I go to a place called Harmony United Psychiatric Health. My doctor and my therapist there are amazing because they're new and they're more open-minded. We have the centers, which is Central Florida's psychiatric. They just push medication on people and don't really do the follow-up work that needs to be done.
Now, now, is your medication working?
Um, my anxiety medication works. My mood stabilizer, it's a hit or miss. We're working on fixing that. Um, every medication has a time period. It will work for so long, and then you might have to tweak it a little because it will work for but so long. Like I was on an antidepressant, Zoloft. It worked good for 3 years, and then it stopped working. And then with that, for most men, and definitely men of color, a lot of people don't know, Zoloft kills your libido.
Mm-hmm.
So it
So
basically
no
makes you
sex for you and the boyfriend.
yeah, it really kills your sex drive. Like there is no sex drive on that medication, and it can mess up a relationship because
Yes.
you, if your partner has a sex drive and you're like, oh, I don't want it, they will stray.
Oh yeah.
And
Now,
I was in relationships on that, and they were like, I'm out.
now, when you think about your family, so we always have an issue with how the family deals with us first in a relationship. And now, how did your family deal with your mental bipolar? Did they just think, oh, he'll get over it, this is a phase?
Um, my family doesn't know how to handle me because, like I said, I don't have a filter,
Mm-hmm.
and the way they dish it out, I give it back to them 10 times fold, and they don't like it because I'm the one that I won't take it from anyone,
Mm-hmm.
especially not them. Like